Sure.
Nice, looking
Spectating.
good. Don't see him at the moment.
We just need Dylan.
Let's send him an invite again. I see he's on Grand Prix away idle, so he's probably not at his screen.
I think he is joining us this evening, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Triplets.
All right, I'm going to go into a separate party so I don't disturb you guys. So, welcome those that are about to tune in. We're very glad to have you on board. If you are watching this live from a stream, just let us know. Put a comment in the comments bar. We're just taking a few minutes just to let everybody get in and settle down. There are a couple of guys that are won't be joining us this evening, but we'll let you know about that as we progress. So, if you are joining the stream, welcome to the stream. We're just waiting for the last couple of drivers. We are almost ready to go. It's obviously the 30-minute practice session here on the African Academy Online Racing. And then we go into a 50%. One of the things that we do is it's a no assist race on the car, but there are some assists on the track, cornering are allowed or is allowed. What we do find is that most of the individuals do take that off, and however, for some of our drivers that are pretty fresh to this experience, what they normally do is just put on the cornering assist so that it helps them with the braking. Obviously, if you're doing a number of tracks, there we go, 27. We're almost running, so that's great news. And we should be entering into the season 3 of the African Academy Online Racing. It's the Formula One. And yep, we're going to have a great time this evening. It's nice to see a lot of guys obviously putting themselves in there, so that's great. Thank you very much. And thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the race. So we're going to start off here. The first race of the season is obviously Australia. Everybody's pretty excited. The website's up and running nicely. If you want to go and check that out, please do so. And I'll put the web address in the stream after this event, and you can go along and see. Also, catch up with your favorite drivers, see where they are, and obviously support them as much as you can. So, yeah, there we go. Somebody already commenting about Blixenp, so that's great stuff. So, we're in the pits. Let's see who's going to be first out on the track doing their stuff. And I'm a little bit shy this evening because I don't have my sidekick with me. I'm hoping that he's going to be joining me maybe a little bit later. So just to give you a rundown, we've got Fossey, we've got the Sackman, we've got Devon, we've got Springbuck, we've got Wessa, we've got Stratum Ivan, we've got the Rookie. That's what I'm going to call him. We've got Muna, we've got Staff, we've got Blixenp, Blixenp, should I say. We have Gavin, we've got TNBDW, so that's great news. I see one of the Force India's just gone out, as well as one of the Ferraris, so we'll get out on track and have a look what's going on roundabout now. Who else have we got in? We seem to be short a couple of guys, and hopefully they'll be able to get on and join in on the fun with us this evening. Yes, that's great news. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see some clean racing. We're going to go out and track anyway and follow up on who's doing what. So let's get into that. So great to have you on the stream. We just had to change over. Lots of support for, it seems like the Sabres this evening, the Sabre team. Lots of support for the Sabre team, just having a look at the screen at the moment. So that's great. We're going to be going out. We're on with Muna at the moment. So Muna is driving for the Williams. And then his teammate is Nesmax 7, should I say. And let's hit it down the line and see where we are. A little bit of practice going down. Obviously, as you all know, it's going to be important to set up the car right. And the weather conditions this evening look pretty awesome. So let's ensure that this continues through from practice to quali into the race. So I'm hoping there's going to be no change when it comes to that at the moment. So yeah, we'll see and have a look at what's happening. It's obviously the practice session, so we're on board with Stratum Ivan. As you can see, he's got the Rookie in front of him, Thomas. So let's have a look and how he handles a bit of braking there, coming off, a bit of hard braking. Nice to see Dylan's on board. He's in the pits at the moment, and we're sure to see him out from Sarko. Let's go down to... oh, there we go. He's had a instant failure there, hit the wall. Unfortunately, the Rookie is out for this particular session. So he's retired, and unfortunately, you can see his car there. Lost the front end, went a little bit skew, and that was it, done for. So not good at all. Let's have a look and go down a little bit. Let's have a look at some of the favorites that I'm seeing coming up. And that's great to see. There is the Blixenp. He's got wild supporters online at the moment, so fantastic. And Staff's put in a nice time there. Or Staff ZA putting in a 1 minute 26. So he's the top dog on the practice here, the practice going forward here. So that's nice to see him on top. And then, as I mentioned, we'll have a look and see where the others are. A little bit skew there coming around, so it's hopefully he gets that under control. Obviously, no assists, so it does get a bit squirty out there. Ooh, just behind him, it looks like it's Gav. Is that Gav? No, Gav it's not. It's a Red Bull. So I think that's Wazzy. No, it's not. It's Wesa that's in the Red Bull there. So yeah, he's obviously just checking things out, seeing how he's going there. Here's Gav Pig. He's had a bit of internet connection issues this week, so hopefully that settles down and he's able to race this evening. So, and I'll give you a little bit of bio on most of the individuals that are racing here. Oh, TW, nice. TBN DW just put on a 1 minute 25, so he's right up there on the top of the pack here this evening during the practice session. So remember, it's about 30 minutes into the practice, so if you do stay tuned with us, we'll be happy to bring you the race. So there we go. It would be great to have you on for the entire session, as well as the qualifying and then obviously the race. The race this evening. It looks as though he's lost the front end there. Wow, Gabby lost it. It looks as though it's not too much of an issue. He didn't lose the car. He can obviously go in and sort that issue out. The front wing came off there, so let's see if he can sort that out. Oh, he's taking some boards with him as well, so this is going to be interesting for a lot of people looking for braking sessions. It looks as though we have a couple of individuals that have gone. Devon's obviously crashed out. He's obviously put himself into a wall or something along those lines. Here's Gavin coming into the pits. So interesting. Let's go down and see what's happening. The Sackman, he's in the pits. We've got Dylan in the pits. We've got Springbok. He's in the pits. Okay, so there we go. Dylan's out. So we'll have a look at what Dylan's doing at the moment. There he comes out in the Saber for the Saber team. So he's going to be racing. His teammate is Blixen. So, and he's out on an outer lap. So let's go to him and see how he's doing. We'll just flick through. There we go. And maybe we'll go on board with him at the moment. But quick into that session there. And obviously looking for a time at the moment just to post something. I mean, obviously, some of the things the guys are doing, what we're able to do is also just do a bit of what tires they're on at the moment. Have a look at his, what's he's actually seeing on the dashboard there. And obviously to see where they are. I think he's on the super softs, so he's on the reds. And they obviously have quite a wide selection of tires to choose from for this GP event. Obviously, whatever they use now, they will have to give 2 sets back. And then obviously they'll be able to use. There is one, I think that's Daffy, that's sort of cruising down the start-finish line. And yeah, that's great to see a little bit of sport there, and when I say sport, I mean sportsmanship. And obviously, still no time set from Blixen, so we'll have to see what's going on there for him. One track there, nicely done. And yeah, some awesome stuff happening at the moment. And let me just go there. Muna's put on a fantastic time of 1 minute 24, so that's awesome driving from him. And obviously we're in Albert Park in just outside Melbourne. And normally this is actually considered as a street track. It's normally around a big lake and in Melbourne. And these are actually roads. However, for the weekend, they turn it into a Formula One track. So, and yep, it it all looks good. There we go. There's Staff. He's slowed down right down. I don't know what the issue there is. It's out of fuel. I think he's out of fuel. Yes, I can see he's pretty much out of fuel. So he is just taking it easy, making sure he's keeping out of the way of the others. Here's Wessa in the Red Bull car. And I think he's pretty much... So we've got a couple of guys that are not able to join us, and they do send their apologies. They've got family commitments, so that's obviously interesting. Mr. Fernandes, I'm actually waiting for you, man. I was hoping that you were going to be coming on board and doing a bit of commentating with me. I didn't mean for you to watch, my good man. I wanted you to come and commentate, so hopefully you hear that and you come through and support me in the commentary box. So as soon as you can get online, I've just had a message from Mr. J-Man himself, and I'm hoping that he comes through and comes and supports me in the commentary box here this evening. Here we are with Nesmax driving for the Williams team. Teammate is the Muna 303, so I'm sure that's going to be exciting to watch those two individuals. Let's have a look what they can do with the William team this season. So at the moment, we've got Devon out, and we have the rookie Thomas. He is out as well. And as I mentioned, we do have a couple of individuals that were unable to join us this evening. So unfortunately, they had other commitments on. So one of them is obviously Devon's teammate, the judge himself. He was unable to join us, so we wish he was with us. Oh my goodness. Now my good man says, Jay, I hope you get well. So Jay is unfortunately not too well. He's got a bit of a medical condition. Hopefully he gets well soon. So thank you for the message and letting us know that you are going to be hopefully back with us quite soon, and I hope you get well, my good man. Sorry about that. If I have a look right now, let's go back onto what's actually taking place, and thank you for the support that you're giving us on the online stream. So that's always good news to see so many followers. We got two TNB drivers right up the front. That's DeVitt in second place. We got Wessa in third. The Sackman, which is great driving from him, in fourth. He's in the Mercedes-Benz, so that's nice to see there. And then just closely behind him is obviously that Williams that I spoke about. So it looks as though we've got a retirement from the session as well, which is Weza. He's I don't know quite what's happened there. I mean, obviously it's quite a bit to follow, and I'm actually missing my wingman at this point in time. So he normally is very good at looking for all the information. So Jay, get well soon, and we hope to have you back in the commentary box as soon as possible. So here we go. We're on board with the Sackman, having a look what's going on there with him. And he's coming through quite nicely. He's moved up to second place for the practice. Around about 15 minutes to go. So what we will do is obviously make sure that we keep the stream going through the practice, through the qualies, and then straight on to the race itself. So nice to see some of our fellow affiliated members like Saku. They've got a racer. The founder of Saku is with us this evening. It's Dylan. He's in 12th place at the moment. Pretty new. So obviously guys specialize in particular bits and pieces and of gaming online. He's very much involved in Project Cars. and he runs a very successful league with Project Car, so you can check that out as well. And then obviously the guy right at the top of that list there is a guy by the name of David, and he's running the TNB group, which is Turbo and Bullets. And you can also, if you check out our website, you can get links to these gentlemen who also run leagues respectively. So it's basically the South African Academy Online bringing the online racing community together. And I mean, obviously the affiliations are great as well, because it just gives us a lot of scope for the online racing community to drive under more sort of controlled conditions, which are free, play fair. That's basically what it is for us. So it's great to see the communities supporting one another and joining in with each other's leagues to ensure that there is a very, very strong promotion of the leagues as well. And I think Blixen as well, he's also involved in a league as well, so we're grateful to have him on board as well. I see Foss has just joined. Hopefully he's going to be grabbing a car and getting out there and putting some times in. There's Staff still going around. This time he's got fuel in, so that's good news for him. And nice to see that it is Ivan's also doing quite nicely as well. In ninth spot at the moment. Let's see if we can push that up. And there is the 127. So, a little bit off there. So, yeah, a little bit hard to control, I think, at the moment. But we definitely will see what's going on there. So, I think, yes, I quite agree with you, Bruno. I think, come on, Dylan, get in there. For Soccer wishes you all the best of luck. And thank you for that. Yeah, so we're pretty grateful to have the soccer guys also involved in the F1 scene with us here at the South African Academy Online Racing. So if you are supporting a particular individual, please put a shout out to them and also subscribe. We will be doing this on a regular basis on Sunday. And, as I said, the main purpose of doing these events is, yes, to have fun, yes, to enjoy the community that this draws, to promoting online racing in South Africa, but also to have lots and lots of fun. So, we appreciate all of the points that you guys are making also on the live stream and the comments. It's great to see the activity. So subscribe, make sure that you subscribe, and we're going to be obviously going along and checking those individuals out, and let's go up to see what's happening. Yeah, JP's actually in the pits at the moment, so I see lots of screaming for him and shouting and lots of comments there. But I think what we need to do is get him out of the pit so he can see. We've got 11 minutes left, just under 11 minutes, or just over 11 minutes, should I say, of this racing going. And I have the man. He has joined me. I'm very glad to hear that. It's I was going to be dead this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, if the J-Man is here, say hello.
Hello.
It's good to have you aboard.
I'm here. I'm not at my best, but I'm here.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I did say thanks for all the comments, man. What happened? You've got a concussion or something, or what?
Yeah, no, I've got a concussion. I've sliced my head open.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah.
Oh, no, man. But it's great to have you, man. And hopefully, look, if it gets too stressful, Jay, you don't, I mean, I understand. If you've sliced your head open, my goodness. But it's great to have you in the box with me, man. I mean, I was a little bit worried I was going to have to do this the whole evening.
Here at Albert Park for the start of the season. Told me I've just joined, but Looking at the timing there, is that time correct?
That time is correct.
My practice time remaining says 188.
No, it's not. The practice time is 10 minutes
yeah.
and just over 10 minutes and 8 seconds, 7 seconds at the moment. So it will be dropping down. Yeah, so great stuff. And
Seems like we have
I don't know if you're watching the stream at the
Yes,
moment, Jay, but there's...
I was just giving it a look. I saw that we had two retirements. It's a tricky circuit, Australia. But it's just practice. And Thomas will get another go in qualifying. We can get to set a lap time. Minna quickest for now, 1:23.9. Not much in it.
Absolutely not. So we're going to be... It's going to be interesting to see what's going to...
that DW takes another 3 tenths. So always changing. We'll only really see their true pace in qualifying. Did Wezza retire from the session voluntarily, or?
Well, I'm not sure there, Jay. I think he had a bit of... I think there was... I'm not too sure because I've been sort of going up and down, and that's why I said normally when you're on board with me, there's a lot more we can do together to obviously cover this because, yeah, all of a sudden... Wessa was out. I don't know. Maybe we can just WhatsApp him and see what in actual fact took place there. But
Ferrari off in the gravel.
Yeah,
straight on.
And there's a new fastest lap
before he joins.
There's a new fastest lap there.
1:23.4.
1:23.4.
Takes another 2 tenths. Another 2 tenths off the time. Albert Park, a track that I hold dear to my heart in the 2017 version of this game. I don't think I ever managed to string more than 10 laps together. Fantastic. For the time being, DW's got that 1:23.4. Nearest time to that is Munna with a 1:23.9, so there's half a second in it.
And what's nice to see there, Jay, is the sack ban, which is, I think I called that. I thought he was becoming a lot quicker. He was racing the whole of 2017 on assists. He sort of made the statement once he came off, and I mean he's proving it today. A 1:24. I'm going to be interested to see what he's doing there. He's in the top 3, so that's also fantastic for his particular performance here at the Australian Grand Prix at the moment.
Still waiting for some of these runners to put. I think in qualifying we'll see faster laps from them. Guys like Gavin and Nismax. Springbok Gamer has also put the horse in 6th place, 1:25.5. Boss has left the session. Not sure what that is about, but hopefully he can join before qualifying. It's the benefit of having multiple sessions. You have disconnects, you get that second opportunity. Currently 4.5 minutes left in the session. Not quite sure. My timer is telling me 182 minutes. Well, I hope that's not the case. Muno now goes fastest with a 122.7, sets the new fastest lap. Takes a chunk out of DW's time. Sets a new benchmark. With what I believe is a minute 20 left in the session. We'll soon find out. Is DW gonna have one more go at it? Goes around in the Toro Rosso Honda.
Yeah, so maybe what the guys don't realize on the stream is that the more time you root for your guys, we actually incentivize them. So they get some what we call eSport bucks, some money to obviously bid for teams for Season 4. So if you've already commented, it only counts once, but if you've already commented, thank you very much for that. You are doing a stern job for your guy, the guy that you're supporting, because that also just improves his means of earning what we call eSport bucks, and that will give him some advantage towards Season 4 to obviously earn some money, and then they are able to bid for the teams that they want to ride for in the Season 4. So just keep that in mind, bear that in mind for the live stream. So just to catch up a little bit with you, Muna is still on top there. Then second practice is DW. Going down is Nesmax in the Williams at the moment. Then Gav Pig, he was having some issues as well. So yeah, obviously from that side, obviously putting himself out as well. Then Sackman, he's dropped down to 5th place. So the guys are improving on their times. That's nice to see. Then our steady man himself in the Haas, Springbok Gamer, doing quite nicely there in 7th place. Then we've got a couple of retirements. We've obviously just got to have a look at that. So let's pop down to Dylan at the moment. He is once again in the Saba. Megan Nesmax is just retired from the session as well. We've got very little time left at the moment, sort of 6 seconds left of this session. So I'm sure everybody, a bit of hard braking from Dylan there. So he's, as I said, pretty new to the F1 scene and doing very well, I think, all considering. And we've got to say, he's one of the SAAOLR founders, and I see a lot of SAAOLR boys are supporting him. So that's a big shout out for Dylan. From what I'm seeing, lots of support for him at the moment, so that's great stuff. Thank you guys for that, and thank you for supporting online racing. That's fantastic. As I mentioned a little bit earlier on, we also have the founder of T&B, that's Turbo and Bullets. They also run a league, and their F1 Assist League is starting on the 9th of October. So be sure to watch out for that if you are interested in getting involved and joining the T&B Racing. You can do that through our websites, and as I said, we'll put the website at the bottom of this stream at the end of this race. So, and then you can sort of link yourself up. And also, if you're interested in Project Cars 2, please, that is also available, and that is through SAAOLR. So the SAAOLR guys will tell you, oh, there, Dylan slightly off, obviously lost it a little bit there. But as I mentioned, this is fairly new, and he's doing his crew proud at the moment, racing in this highly competitive no assist racing at the moment. Jay, you still there? Or have you taken a break?
Still, yeah.
Good man. Good man.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I believe you had a bit of a concussion, so thank you for joining us still in the commentary box, and we wish you to get better quite soon.
That is a die-hard motorsport fan.
Die-hard motorsport fan that you are, and we appreciate it here as well.
I'm obviously just waiting for the practice session to come to an end, so you can go into qualifying.
And any predictions from your side? Any prediction from the guys that are watching? What are the predictions? I see.
Seems like the session has come to an end, and experiment doesn't need. Don't have any timing screens on my screen.
There we go. The timing screen is up, so we can see exactly who. And,
so Muna was fastest with a 1:22.7. 7/10 faster than his nearest competition. That was T&B in second place with a 1:23.4. Then 1.5 seconds back to third place. Nesmax in the Williams 1:24.2. So big gaps there in the top three going into qualifying.
Yeah, some really big gaps.
They'll still be, I wonder, will the guys be happy with their setups? Are they ready?
Well, it's now or never, I would say, Jay, because now they have to get out there and show everybody what they're made of, and obviously put the points
18 minutes on the clock. So you've got 18 minutes. It's obviously a short qualifying session. 18 minutes should get about, I'd say, about 3 comfortable runs around here. If you do your time nicely. Nobody out just yet. We are watching the pit lane. So we'll know as soon as somebody does make a move, and we've got a Merc
There we got
Merckx leaving,
Mercedes, we've
and
got
a
a
Ferrari.
Ferrari. So let's see who's brave enough to go out
So
there and
we've
set the
got,
first times.
Seems like Sackman will be the first one out on circuit, and he's going to be followed by Dylan. Is that Dylan? No, it's not.
No, it's not Dylan.
It's the other Ferrari. Dylan is in the Alpha. It's straight up in the Ferrari. So those will be your first two out on circuit.
And let's have a look. It's nice
and now
to
a whole
see.
scurry of cars leaving the pit lane. Force India, Renault.
So we're on with Sackman at the moment. Just having a look. I think he's going to be the first one through the gates. So let's see if he keeps it on track. And obviously no offensive off the track. He'll be able to put on the first time. And then it will be the benchmark. And then we'll see what happens from there. Dylan's on an outer lap as well as Devon. Straight him Ivan, we're going to pop down to him quickly once we get this on the road. And then I see Staff is also out there as well as Blixen as well. So let's have a look. Most of the guys are still in the pits according to my screen. So obviously we'll have a look and let's sort of liven that up as well.
6 guys out on circuit, 7 in the pits, I believe.
There we go.
And a Toro Rosso out the pits. So now 7 out on track and 6 in the pits.
So just have a look there. I've put on the tires as well just to see what tires they've got on. And it looks as though they've gone for ultra softs in most cases. There are some super softs out there as well. So the compounds obviously play a big role in this space at the moment. And I'm looking at sort of times through the sectors as well.
So the super soft will be the slower of the 2 tires. So quite an amount of confidence in yourself going for the slower tire. It does allow you to go longer into the race without making a pit stop. So could be already FDW's retired from the session.
Oh my goodness.
Didn't see what happened there, but he didn't set a lap time.
Oh, so he'll be starting from the back of the grid, obviously.
Didn't get to set a lap time, and he's the first one to retire. The Sackman goes over with a 1:23.4. So it's a benchmark.
It is a benchmark at the moment. And let's just pop through. Here comes the second guy that should be putting on a time. And let's see what actually happens with that. I didn't see the first sector for... But let's have a look. Oh, he's a little bit off, so he's going to have a problem there trying to set a quicker time than what the Sackman has done. But he's done a 1:25, so he's 2 seconds off the pace there. We got a 1:39 from Blixen. And then all of a sudden,
lap.
There we go. But, now we're starting to see the times coming through there, Jay.
1:23.4 by the Sackman. That's still the benchmark. DW, one of the favorites for the qualifying session. He's retired early on in the session without setting a lap time, which means he's going to start from the back. Going to have a Toro Rosso coming from the back. Watching the Munna currently in the 3rd sector, going very slowly, just obviously trying to get some heat into those tires, preparing for a fast lap.
Yeah, it's great to see that.
Slowly at the back.
We just had a look there. I'm just going to go down and have a look at some of the other guys. Make sure that we're keeping up with what's actually happening on the track. else we're not doing our job. So let's make sure. Here's Blixen taking totals. This Staff's just gone into the pit lane. So I don't know, you might have had a problem there. They still have a little bit of time left though. 12 minutes to go. Blixen just puts on a 125, so he's pushed himself up to third place at the moment. So nice job from him. That's great.
He was on a fast lap, but he bottled it.
He
ran
bottled
wide.
it. You could see there.
Got a bit of gravel.
Gravel's going. Here's Devon. He's in the Renault at the moment. His teammate, unfortunately, couldn't join us this evening, but I'm sure he'll be back next week. So that's a little bit sad for him, because it would have been great to have his teammate available for this weekend as well. Gooseman's not here, so that's TMB DW's teammate. He's also unavailable this weekend, but we're sure to have them back next weekend for the China Grand Prix. So yeah, we'll be looking forward to bringing you that right here on the South African Academy Online Racing. It seems as though Devon's out of fuel. Dylan's still in the pits, and he's put on a 1 minute 46, so he'll be having a look at seeing what setups to use there. Here we go. We're on board now with the Haas. So Springbok Gamers decided it's now time to lay down the gauntlet and see what he can do, as Staff comes right past him, and I'm sure he's in second place at the moment. So nice to see some variations over there as well. So that's great stuff. I'm waiting. Excuse me. I'm waiting to see where Weza comes out, because Weza hasn't done. He's still in the pits. I haven't seen him do anything yet. So that's going to be interesting to see what's going on there.
You see Gavin and Gav Pig and Nizmax, also very quick drivers that have not set a time yet.
Absolutely not. And I think
There's
they're running out of time.
Of those.
Yeah.
And the Munna, he's got a 153. He's also a much faster driver than that. He's only had the one go at a fast lap, and he bottled it. So still a lot of work to be done with 9 minutes left on the clock.
9 minutes to go, and we still have a couple of guys that haven't set up time. So that's going to be interesting, I think. The qualies are out. They're going to be battling to get that through.
Started with 18 minutes, which means we're halfway through the session, and some guys haven't got a lap done. So
I've got
an exciting second half of qualifying.
So Jay, I've got a couple of guys asking, what do you think the pole time should be? I mean, Bruno's obviously just put a post up and says, what's the prediction for the pole position time? And I'm reckoning probably a 121. Should be 122 is what we have currently. But I would say 120.
Probably a mid 121. I don't know. Somewhere between a 121.5 and a 121.8. I just think there's drivers here that we haven't seen what they're capable of just yet.
Well, I would say, Bruno, what do you think? Put your time up there and let's see how close you are to getting it correct or not. I mean, we had that last week as well, where the guys were sort of posting what the pole position time would be, and some guys were actually pretty close last week. So, and that was for the selection process that we had going on there. Let's have a look down. I'm surprised because Gavin seems to be also in the pits at the moment. I don't know what the issue is there, if he's online, but there we go. At the moment, the positions haven't changed. 122.733 is currently the time there. So there we go. Ah, very nice. Well, let's hopefully,
prediction,
Bruno.
I don't
I
know
hope
about
so.
that prediction.
I don't know about that
Be
prediction.
122 flat.
122 flat. I tell you,
And not only is the prediction a 122 flat, it's a 122 flat by Dylan.
by
It's,
Dylan. So
it's very specific. So
yeah. Yeah, there we go. Sack
well,
for the
we know
win.
who
That's
to
also
watch.
good. We want to see that happening tonight. He's in the Mercedes, so we'll see if he can actually pull that off, because I did see some comments. What I am concerned about is Foss. Where is Foss? His teammate. So we have Dylan out, we have Nesmax out, we have Staffy now out, and that's 3 drivers that are done and dusted out of this 13 man field at the moment. So oh, that's nice. Look at that. Stradium Ivans just pushed a nice time up. He's done very well. Mike,
Gone up into third
I
place.
tell you what, thank you for that. We'll come on, Sack. You're absolutely right at this point in time. I think he's doing exceptionally well. He's still holding the top spot there at 122.733. And it is the first race of Season 3 here at the African Academy Online Racing. So let's have a look.
Ferrari of Gavin is out on what I think is a fast lap.
Well, we need to have a look at that.
Messi there in the middle.
Gavin's out. He's now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look and see what Gavin's up to, because this should be a quick time. So predictions out. So let's have a look and see if he comes anywhere to that pole position. A little bit squiggly and woggly there, but he seems to be keeping it on track. And let's have a look and see where he is. And he did a 38 second in the second sector. He's in the third sector now. He's got a bit of traffic coming up to him, but he seems under braking. He seems to have taken that out. The Haas, I think the Haas has got out the way, but let's see what he can do at the moment.
He needs to put down that lap time. No lap time as of yet. Activates DRS, goes over the line, and where's it going to put him? It's going to put him in second. It's a 122.8.
122.8.
So not quite enough. That benchmark by the Sackman, that first lap, it's still the benchmark of 122.7.
Absolutely. So a big
and
up to the Sack.
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
There we go. Muna puts in a 121.7.
Well done, Muna.
My prediction was a mid-21.
I thought it was a mid-21. So that qualifies. In my opinion, that qualifies. So nice prediction from the commentator. And that's Jay. Well done. Nicely done.
There's quite a gap there between first and second. An entire second. So you got a lap together at the end.
Nicely done. Yeah, so one of the viewers are asking, is it easy to get back into the lobby if you get disconnected? Yes, you can, because your car is normally still available for you. And even while you're racing, if you do get disconnected, you are able to get back into your car and drive. Sometimes what happens... Yep.
Not to mention other games, but of other racing simulator games that I've played, I've noticed that F1 is actually probably the most forgiving. If your connection lets you go, you've still got a chance of getting back in, whereas with most others, you're done.
Yeah.
But the car generally ghosts around until you take control of it again.
Yeah, so you do go a little bit slower than the norm, but at least you're not totally out of the race. So
keeps you in the race, yeah.
Yeah. So 2 minutes left for this particular session of qualifying. So it's the Muna, the Sack man, Gav Pig, obviously up there. Nice work from Springbok Gamer. He's in 4th place. Ivan, Stratum Ivan, nice job from him as well. And then Blixen P, 25, 2 laps. He's in the pits at the moment. And then Devon, nice job from Devon as well.
Lost it.
And it looks like Sackman's out again. He wants to actually prove a point now. He's saying, you've taken the top spot. I'm going to take it back. So let's see if he can do that. We're on board with him at the moment. Let's take a drive with him. And
nice to see that he's not just settling for second.
Absolutely.
Giving it another go.
Yep. He's through Sector 3. He's in Sector 3 at the moment. Just got to put it out there to staff. Thanks for the support, answering some of the questions that are coming up on the live stream. He is partaking in this Grand Prix as well, but he sadly is out at the moment. However, he is supporting us on the stream, the live stream as well, just answering a couple of questions from the guys that are viewing this live stream at the moment. So once again, big up to all those that are watching at the moment. Thank you very much. Please like this particular stream as well as subscribe to our channel, and we'll bring you some more exciting racing as it goes along here on the South African Academy Online Racing. We do appreciate all the comments and all the views that we're getting. We're up to 10 people online watching this, so that is breaking all our records at the moment, because normally he's lost it totally. The sack is out. He's lost the car
in a big way.
He lost it in a big way, and that's the problem. He was pushing it a little bit too hard, I think, trying to get that Muna time in, and he did it on the last lap. So he did try and do that, but unfortunately he came off on the other side of that accident. But it doesn't affect him at the moment. He will start off in second place, so second on the pole. Remember, there is a formation lap, guys, so we are going to go through that. Here we are. We're on with Pig himself. And
actually, a question here in the stream: what is the penalty for the TNB boys sandbagging, not setting times?
I don't know.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens.
Oh my goodness.
Conversation is getting deep.
I think it's getting over deep at the moment. There is no plot against the TNB boys. I mean, Muna's sitting up
coming
there.
up with a plot before TNB themselves. They don't even know what the plot is just yet.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Wesa is still in there. I mean, he's in 4th place, so he's done pretty nicely as well. And we're on board, obviously, with Gab Pig. So, yeah, we're almost ready to go. We're going to do a formation lap. Then from the formation lap, it's straight on to the race. Yes, the safety car is on. And obviously, if there are any major instances, that car will come off. And yes, Steph, I am getting XP points for watching. Great.
Well, there we have it. Start from pole. He did that 121.7. It was a blistering lap. Sackman, he's going to start from second. It's a fantastic lap time. It was the first lap time of the session. It was a 122.7. Gavin got a lap time in third, 122.8. We'll be happy with that. Then Weza in 4th. But Springbok Gamer in 5th. He'll be happy with that. top 5.
Yeah, I
Straight
mean,
on 6th, Staffy 7th, Luxempi in 8th, and the first of the Alphas. We've got Devon in 9th, and I missed that.
yeah, I just had a
I
look
didn't
there
get that.
quickly, and there were a couple of terminal damage there. There was a couple of cutting corners, and obviously there were a number of things that went wrong with a number of guys, but it was
Going to
actually
be
very
interesting
nicely
coming
done.
from the back.
I think
Got
so.
some drivers with a lot of pace coming from the back. Who knows? Maybe it's all strategy. Maybe it's part of avoiding first corner carnage. Who knows?
Absolutely.
But before we do that, we have to get through a formation lap.
Yeah, Seal Jeremy's commented there. You know, he's really, and I mean, Nesmax put something up there as well. So it's great to see what's going on. It's fantastic to have the guys commenting on the stream at the moment. We really appreciate it. And please subscribe, man, and just give us a big thumbs up. It's lovely to have you on board. We're on the formation lap at the moment, having a look around and seeing what's going on. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 29 lapper, so it's 50%. Obviously, just getting the tires nice and warmed up. Everybody's sort of excited to get this on the go. As you can see, Muna's right out in front, making sure he's going to get those tires nice and warm, especially to set himself up in a good position at the moment. And guys, we are so excited for season 3. It's fantastic to have you on board, and we are all excited for this particular season, that it's going to be a great competition between these online drivers. So we're going to be looking forward to having you through this whole series with us. So if you have got online with us and you are watching the live stream, guys, please take part in commentary. We'll try and answer any questions you have. If you want to know a little bit more about drivers and you're starting to see some favorites, let us know. And we can obviously give you a little bit more information on those particular drivers. And let me tell you, some of the guys that are actually racing this evening, you won't believe, are from engineers to microbiologists to computer programmers. So all sorts are here and enjoying this form of esports.
Now I'm gonna just going around the final corner, form the grid.
So there they are, set up, and you'll see the cars will start to align themselves, position themselves. And the reason why you're seeing those cars there is they obviously had some offenses, and it then automatically removes you from that. And then obviously we got a position missing there, which I'm pretty much surprised about, but I'm sure that will fill up that slot in a couple of seconds. And I think the big thing is,
Still some drivers coming around the final corner. I think that position belongs to Gavin. Should be coming through the field to take his second place. His third place actually on the grid. There he is.
There we go.
Just arriving a little bit late.
Yeah, what happened to him? Did he decide to do something different?
Seems like there's still somebody missing.
There we go. And they're
no,
away.
It's me. The game kicked me out.
They're away at the moment. They're going off. Here we are to the first corner.
Gamer from the start.
Coming through, Muna in first place. There is a bit of a follow-on from him. Obviously down there. Up into second place is Blixenp.
Clean air.
Gav Pig obviously there as well. Unfortunately, Springbok Gamer, obviously there was a problem, so he was in the pits. He obviously wasn't able to get out to the start. Oh, a little bit of a slide there. Is he taking control? That was Gav Pig. Unbelievable control to bring that car back into action. And well done to him at the moment for bringing that car back. And then we go down to Devon. He's sort of ensuring that he's cementing 6th place at the moment. But here we go. Let's have a look at this. I'm just going to go. Oh, a little bit of a nudge there. There's a bit of a touch with Waza in that particular session. So, yeah, that is a little bit... Oh, there we go. Blixenp off, unfortunately, lost control of the car, and he's dropping down rapidly in this particular race at the moment. Gav moves up to 3rd place. 2nd place is obviously the Mercedes with the Sackman, a little bit off there. But I can see Gav is going to be putting on the pressure. And I think what we can do is just go on board with Gav at the moment. Sack in front of him. Just behind him is Waza, so we can also push back and have a look at that particular play. Hopefully Jay is back with me, because I did see that the commentator, Jay Man himself, was unfortunately removed from the game, so hopefully he's come back. And we can give you some more information on what's going on there. Here is the Sackman. Muna is screaming ahead at the moment. He's very much in control of this game, this race, should I say, and he is way out in front. So we'll just have a look. Here we go. Here's Gav Pig. Gav Pig's moved up into 2nd place. So unfortunately, we missed that overtake. So. But anyway, let's have a look and see what the Sackman brings back to the table at the moment. You can see just slightly behind him is Weza. He's sort of moving up. He sees those two in front of him, so we'll stay in this particular view at the moment just to see where we are with these guys. They're coming down start finish and moving through the pace. It sounds as though Jay is back with us. Unfortunately not, so we'll continue at the moment. It looks as though TMB... There we go. There we go. Jay, you back with us. Unfortunately, you lost connection there, so I'm glad to hear you back. Are you able to see the race at the moment?
We're on lap 3 of 29, and Muna's leading. Gavin in 2nd for the time being. And Sackman in 3rd.
Sackman in 3rd, and I tell you what, just behind him, hot on his tail, is TNB Weza. So and I'm actually on board with Weza at the moment, just keeping that in play, just that I can have a look. Unfortunately, Devon and Blixenp are out of the race. So unfortunately, they are victims of this particular session. Staff is also just out of the race as well, so unfortunately he's out of the session here this evening. So he's did not finish. Let's go back down the list a little bit just to see where we are. Okay, so there's the rookie at the moment, and he's still going quite steady at the moment. Here we have Dylan. We're on board with Dylan at the moment. Going through his paces at the moment, getting used to the car. He's obviously in the Alfa Romeo, the Saba at the moment. Nesmax seems to be right behind at the moment. He's obviously, and it looks as though now also we have another individual that's obviously left the session, but hopefully he can get back in. His car is in 6th place at the moment. So there we go. Nesmax goes past. Up with Ivan. Back down with Nesmax at the moment. Looks as though there's some damage on Dylan's motor vehicle, so he's coming in for repair. Let's see what they're doing. They're taking the nose cone off, so they're going to be replacing that as well. And let's see how fast he can get back out in there. So
seems to be going out on a set of super softs.
Super softs as well. So we're back up with Gav, and you can see Munna is absolutely screaming. He's nowhere to be seen in front of Gavin at the moment. He's already going down start through finish at the moment. So really screaming. There we go. There you just saw that Gav Pig was coming into the picture as Munna was going through the first corner, the first chicane. So back down to Dylan just to have a look where he is. He's come now out and he's on the chase at the moment. And here's the rookie himself. So we've actually got two rookies in on the gameplay at the moment. We have...
Should have a look at the battle for third.
We're going to go for third. Here we go.
Weather's just taken it. Weather goes through on the inside. Passes Sackman. Nicely done. Very clean. But just looks like he's got the superior pace at this point. He was up his gearbox for a number of laps there. And eventually just found his way through. As I say that, Nismac sets the fastest lap of the race.
Awesome stuff. Awesome
and he's currently in 7th. So, guys, down the order, showing pace. Still a long way to go. Still a lot can happen. BW's in 5th. He started from the back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he actually did, and he's pushing his way up the list at the moment. He's up into 5th. I've just read that JP obviously says he lost focus and boom, crashes. So unfortunately, JP, thanks for the comment there. Unfortunately, we're sad to see you out of the race. And that's Blixen as well. So JP is Blixen. So thanks for the comment there. Unfortunately, out of this race. And we're still on board with Weza at the moment. I think he's got a little way to go till he catches Gavin. But I'm sure he's going to be pushing for that as well.
Sackman on his way out of the pits. He's just on his first. And Gavin is retired. Can't tell you what happened. I didn't see it.
Oh my goodness, I didn't see it either.
But Gavin is retired.
So Wesa is up.
DNF.
So he's out. There, I
and
just
there's
seen
the stricken Ferrari in the middle of the road.
Ferrari. Yep, there it is. So he obviously lost control of the car, and out he goes. And guys, this is really tough. I mean, I'm sure if you want to know how tough this is no assist racing. There's nothing that you can rely on, and it means that there has to be total concentration for this particular race. And I mean, yes, it is 29 laps. We are in lap 7 at the moment. Ivan is coming up. He's now in 3rd. So that means if he stays in the race, he will definitely be getting some points for Ferrari. There were obviously points involved as well for team positioning as well. So obviously he won't be able to get that at the moment. Nesmax and the Munna, that's actually brilliant from their side as well, because they actually are able to push in and get some points there. Yes, the Sackman is still going at the moment.
Just to touch on what you mentioned earlier about the concentration. When it comes to this game, obviously concentration is, you can practice this all you want, and you can just have a lapse of concentration into the wrong corner. But here at Albert Park, there are obviously parts of the circuit that can be as unforgiving as Monte Carlo. If at the wrong time, there's absolutely no runoff area. There's it in the blink of an eye. And I know that. I know all about this track.
It can be unforgiving, as you mentioned. It can be unforgiving. We're down to basically 8 drivers at the moment.
8 runners.
Yeah, 8 runners at the moment. Unfortunately, Springbok Gamer could not rejoin the game, so he will still get a ninth position, even though he was unable to compete because of an issue. We're not too sure what that issue was, but obviously he will be positioned and he will get some points if. Oh no, he qualifies into 10th, so 9th he will get some points. So let's see how that goes, and that's for the Haas team as well. His teammate also was unfortunately unable to join the racing this evening, and that was Pete Bullis. So we hope to see him back soon as well. So look, we've got a set standard race of 18 guys. Unfortunately, this evening we've only had 13, but obviously, as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, due to circumstances, they were not able to start the season with us, and we are pretty confident that they will be back in the seats for next week. So we're on board with Stradum Ivan, and he's in third place at the moment, so doing very well for himself. Nesmax is just behind him in the Williams, and I'm sure he's going to be pushing for that pace to make sure that he gets up as close to Stradum Ivan as possible to see if he can actually take that third spot, or even first spot, or even second spot with his teammate, because I'm sure they'll be looking for a podium finish to ensure that they are both on the podium at the moment. If I look now, we are currently with Weza at the moment in the Red Bull. And he looks to be pretty confident in where he's going with that.
Gap is coming down just a little between first and second. Was 15 seconds, now just under 14 seconds. So Weza is making a bit of an impact. Or
And,
is Muna just...
there we go. Big bailout there. I think that was the rookie himself at the moment. Just let's quickly spot him.
That is the rookie in the second of the Red Bulls. He's lost his end plate on the right-hand side of the car. Gonna have to come in and change
sort that out.
Well, he won't lose anything. He currently is in 8th place. Might as well come in, get a fresh set of tyres. No use in wrestling that car around the circuit with a broken wing.
No, it makes no sense. I mean, I would be putting that in. And I mean, if I'm looking out there, here we go. De Wit is actually in 6th place at the moment. There is Dylan coming through from Sarko. He's obviously, hopefully not too much frustration for him, because this is really a challenge for him at the moment. But he's really doing quite respectfully well in that he's keeping that car in play. He's obviously moved up to 7th place at the moment, so that's good news for him. It looks like Ivan's gone into the pits. He's just come out, just rejoined the race, and he's obviously going to be pushing there. We've just had a shot of De Wit himself, so we see how he's doing. There he is. We're on board with De Wit at the moment just to see what's coming out of that. He does have the sack man in front of him, so we should start to see some of the pit stops coming into play roundabout now. I'd say the pits are calling them in.
Your leader is in the pits. Muna goes into the pits. He's got a lead of 13.1 seconds. So unless Weza comes into the pits on the same lap, he should take the lead.
Weza stayed out. He's taken the lead. Yes, he's taken the lead.
He's going to take the lead of the race for now.
And he might be Muna might be pushed back into 3rd place, because it looks as though Nesmax has moved up to 3rd place. The Sackman has moved down slightly. So here we go. This is all together happening here.
Nesmax into the pits.
So Nesmax is coming into the pits now. So it's all happening at the moment. Muna's still out. He's going to go. We're going to have to see what's going to happen to Weza. He's on the super softs at the moment. So just having a look, and we're on board with him at the moment. Pushing it through 4th, 5th, 6th. Here we go.
Riding with him now. I'd be surprised if he didn't respond immediately and pit this lap.
I mean, that would be the thing to do. We're on a very nice shot of him from the helicopter at the moment. And
the longer he stays out, the longer the worse those tires are going to get, and he'll just lose that 9-second advantage. So I think he needs to come in sooner than later.
Well, let's have a look.
We'll soon find out if he does.
No,
he's staying out.
He's staying out.
That gap, like I said, was 9 seconds, 8.7, 8.5. So it is coming down. And I am a bit surprised. I thought he'd come in.
I think that would have been the move to do. And here we go. 3 cars coming up nicely right at this point in time. You've got Sack. Then you've got, it looks as though you've got the Ferrari right behind De Wit at the moment, looking for an opportunity to actually get past him at the moment. There they go. The DRS is probably activated, so he's going to look to try and get past De Wit. Nice late braking from both of them. And really, if you want to see a great race that's happening right now, it's these 3 that are fighting for the 3rd spot. There we go. He's going to go a little bit wide. Oh, a little bit of a nudge there, but not too much of issues there from Ivan. He's pushed on De Wit at the moment, trying to get past him.
This is just allowing Sackman a little bit of a breather while those 2 fight. He'll be hoping that fight can continue.
I tell you, the pressure's on at the moment. Look at this. Some great
takes the
racing.
Focus off him a little bit.
Oh, look at this.
I think the one under the most pressure right now.
He's going to push him a little bit side.
He's trying to pass and watch his mirrors.
My goodness gracious me. Muna's just put on the fastest time.
Debris, so and look at that, he's got past Sackman as well, straight on up into 3rd place. Absolutely flying.
Oh, Sachs just lost a place there.
Runs wide and allows DW up into 4th place.
Some great racing going on here, guys. Some really good racing happening at the moment.
Those 3 positions have completely reversed in the space of a lap.
Unbelievable.
Muna has extended his gap. It's now up to 18 seconds.
Wow. Pushing it.
I said earlier when I thought Weza should have stopped that the gap was 9 seconds. Well, as I'm talking, it's going up. It's now 19.5, so almost 20 seconds. And I think a pit stop around here is about 25 seconds or so. So
round about that. So I don't know what he's going to do now.
Lost a lot of that advantage.
So, I mean, I would have gone with your comment there and actually pitted. So let's see what he does now. I don't know if he has pitted. I mean, we can obviously see from that point of view whether he has pitted or not. The leader, this is to the leader now at the moment. As you mentioned, that those details are up and coming. So it says that Weza has actually stopped. But I don't know. I think he might be in a 2-stop strategy.
We might have missed it during that epic battle for 3rd place.
Absolutely.
But if that is the case, then he's out on a set of softs, I believe, and then he will probably go till the end of the race on that set of tires.
And here we go. I'm sorry to say, but I think we should stay with this fight for 3rd place at the moment because it is really something to watch. Straight him, Ivan.
The top 3 all have soft tires. So
So
I
they,
think that suggests all of them can go to the end. Sackman has super softs, as does Dylan, and your rookie Thomas. I'm not going to try to say Thomas backwards. Not today. Especially today.
I think you made the wise decision there just to say, listen, we're going to call him rookie, and I think he's happy with that. I spoke to him during the week as well, and I said, you know, we have to class it as rookie at the moment as well. But nice to see that obviously Thomas and the other rookie, to be honest, I mean the other rookie is Dylan at the moment, and I think they're doing exceptionally well. I mean, considering Dylan sort of picked up the game probably about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, and he's loving it.
It's good to see. It will be a good result. Bring home the first
Absolutely.
online league race in 7th place. Pick up some points. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Stratham just ran a bit wide there into turn 1. Allowed DW to close up a little bit more. Gap just 1.1 seconds. That final step of the podium still up for grabs. 15 laps of 29. So just over half distance.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So, guys, if you are watching, thank you for watching. Send out the link. Get more people to come and watch this exciting racing here on South African Academy Online. We really appreciate the time that you're taking to watch, and it's great. Yeah, Bruno, absolutely. Position number 7 for our boy. Keep it on the track, Dylan. Thank you, Bruno. You're absolutely right. I mean, I take my hat off to Dylan. A real team player, came on board, said, listen, I'm going to go and purchase the game, come and race in the South African Academy Online Racing, and obviously representing SAAOLR at the moment, which is the South African Online Community Racing League. So one of the founders, and he's doing you guys proud. Let me tell you, this is not easy. And when I had a chat with him today, and he said to me, look, he doesn't know, he doesn't feel, he feels that he's going to be not adding too much value to his team member. And I said, look, you know, for us, it's you know, it's all about participation. It's all about teamwork. And I mean, he's doing exceptionally well. I mean, there is no doubt in my mind that give him probably a couple of more days or weeks with this game, and he will definitely do us all proud, and you guys proud at SAAOLR racing in this league. A little bit left there. It's obviously something to take control of that. Let's go back up the list here. Let's have a look. Ivan's still in 3rd place, followed there by David, which I'm quite surprised about. I think David is not feeling
Just
too
increase
well.
that gap, actually. Just increase that gap a little bit. So I wonder if he's holding back for now.
Yeah, it could be his strategy just to keep it.
Another thing, I commentated all of last season on TNB's season 4, I think it was season 4, and I got to pick up certain traits in some of the drivers, and DW, he's a driver that can take a lot longer than others on average, and if he's just maybe sitting back
Biding
and
time,
towards the end of the race, if everyone's going to try and take these softs to the end, maybe he's going to be in the best shape. He has done 11 laps on those softs already, so it's 4 laps more than Ivan's tires. So he needs to space it out nicely.
Absolutely.
If he
And
gives it too much now, he's going to
Sax,
have absolutely no tools in the final few laps.
Sax actually got Nesmax on his tail at the moment, so here we go again. He's going to have to keep it now. We got Super. Okay, so he's gone into the pits, which means Nesmax has moved up to 5th spot. So now it's going to be interesting
Right,
to see what's going on.
He was on super softs. He wasn't going to get to the end. So he'll come in and put on a fresh set of rubber. And obviously go now for a fast compound and an aggressive end to the race. Everyone in front of him is on softs. So the top 5 are on softs. And out of that top 5, the only one who might have to stop would be DW, because they're the oldest.
Absolutely. So here we go.
Old. That may come into play later. Dylan is also in the pits. He's going to go get rid of those super softs. He's also putting on a new wing. Had a bit of damage.
So coming through, Muna still in the lead. One stop he's had. And the nearest rival is 27 seconds behind him.
So in fact, at this point, I think even if he is on a one-stop strategy, he could change it to a 2 and still win the race. So
if he keeps it all together, Jay, if he keeps it all together, no issues. And let's see if he does that.
We know how quickly things can go wrong.
Absolutely. So sector, we have somebody off somewhere in sector 1. A little bit of an incident happening there. Let's move up to Ivan. He's still taking, there we go. You can see now the gap has decreased dramatically. And here comes...
1.5 seconds now.
1.5 seconds now. So obviously the DRS, if it's still active, he is going to have the opportunity to put that on. And I think what you mentioned about David is absolutely right. He's sort of held back now. He's waited for probably Ivan to use quite a bit of his fuel. And now he's gained enough fuel, put it on the lean side to see that he's going to keep it there. There we go. We're on board with Ivan. Pushing it down through start and finish. Currently in 3rd spot. So he definitely wants to maintain that 3rd spot for points at the moment. The Ferrari number 24 at the moment trying to maintain that pace and also keep ahead of David.
It would be a fantastic bragging right to have to get on the podium in round 1.
Absolutely. I think for all the guys at the moment, that's their main objective.
Definitely something to fight for.
Nicely done.
Mona continues to lead this race, and he continues to extend that gap. So he's not resting up. He's not taking it slow. He's not backing off. 2 laps ago, just 28 seconds. Lap ago, it was 29, and now it's 30. He's taking a second a lap at this late stage of the race. Tires that aren't that fresh anymore, and he's still extending that gap. Down in second, Weather. He's had a good race, kept out of trouble, and he's just kept that front nose clean. He's doing a good job. And then Ivan in third. So this is the podium position that's still up for grabs. Mana and Wesley just need to keep it on the track, and I don't see how anyone could catch them. But it all comes down to third place. It's a gap of 1.5 seconds. Just maintaining it at 1.5 seconds. That is just crucially out of the DRS zone. I think DW will want to break that final barrier, get into the 1 second mark so you can use DRS. See 3 DRS zones on this circuit. Give him a much better chance. It's 1.2 seconds now, so getting close. Gap just seems to extend a little bit again in sector 3. Stay with the Toro Rosso driver for the time being as he follows Ivan. Just 1 second, 1.1 crucially, so stress.
Some really good.
And now he's broken under that 1 second barrier. It's 0.8 of a second. So if he can keep this margin like this, he will be able to use DRS.
Yeah, I think the attack is going to be coming any second now.
It's been closing gradually over the course of the last lap. And now he's brought it within that 1 second. Doesn't get DRS.
Little bit wide from Ivan, but I see that he's sticking there. Here it comes now. We're having a look. That gap has now been reduced. Obviously, Muna way out in front at the moment. On the softs, they all seem to be on super softs. Sachs on super softs. Dylan's on super softs, and the others are all on softs at the moment. Ivan doing nicely. Got some support coming through.
Luckily not a busy track. I think if these two had to be lapping cars, could make things interesting.
Here we go. Oh, that was very close from David there. Looking for that opportunity. Here we go through start and finish.
Now
Lap
he's got
24th.
DRS.
Now he's got DRS.
It's close, but the time's not right.
There's another
Yeah,
section
it's not
of
close
DRS
enough.
coming through now. He's looking, making
Thinking
sure.
about it.
Making sure it was going to be clean and seeing if he was going to be able to get past Ivan there. Here we go again. Ivan seems to be holding his line quite nicely. Protecting that
You've
line.
just got to stay on the gearbox of the Ferrari and wait for the mistake.
And that pressure's building, I think, Jay. I think it's building.
Around this track, the mistake will almost always come. Just got to keep the pressure consistent
Bide the time.
and stay
Bide
in
the
his
time.
mirrors. Still 4 laps remaining.
Here we go. Seems to be holding him off nicely, but it's never to be left. The fat lady has not sung yet. So I think another opportunity brought forward for David, looking for that opportunity to get past. Here he goes again, has a look and says, no, I've got to stay in the line. So nicely driven by
Now
David
he's
at
going
the
to have
moment.
to harvest some power. He was running around in hot lap. Going to have to turn that down for the next couple of corners. He's going to have to harvest. Running now on the same power as Stradom. Your S2.
Coming through
I'm
this
sure
section.
It's killing him that he can't flip it up.
Here's where it is now. Let's see if he... Oh, it was looking for it. So close there. For third spot, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're watching at the moment. And I think Ivan is doing a sterling job keeping David at bay. However, this could be it, ladies and gentlemen. We're on lap number 26 at the moment. David right up against Stradom Ivan at the moment. And I tell you, here it is.
I think this is going to be
he's just going to break there. Yes, he seems to... Oh, he's gone off a little bit.
Got him back. He's got him back.
He's got it back.
It's not
Well
done
done.
just yet. Not giving up a podium just like that.
Not a chance. I think obviously Stradom Ivan wants to keep that third spot. And nicely done. You know, there was a bit of space given, but he kept it in check. And I think...
DW's right on the gearbox again, just 0.4 of a second in between the two of them. So that battle is not over yet. I don't see any damage on either car. So...
nicely handled by both of them. Some really exciting stuff going on here. If you are watching on the stream, let us know what you think of this battle. Put your comments in. Really good stuff at the moment. Tell us who you're rooting for. Tell us who you want to take that third spot. Is it going to be taken now? Let's have a look. Very close on the tail of Stradom Ivan is
DRS
David.
again.
Nicely done again. Nicely handled. Making sure he's keeping it tight. Here is the long end going through. Nicely done. I think David a little bit quicker going through there. Ivan, that's all I see on the stream at the moment. So, and it looks as though, yes, he's taken, both of them out. Both of them turned,
That's
so
not
let's
how
see
we
what's
would have
happening.
wanted it to end. Who's this coming around the corner?
Oh my goodness, it's Nesmax. Nesmax has taken third.
The podium.
He's just snuck past both of them. Pushing through.
It was an epic battle. It lasted laps and laps and laps, and that's not how I wanted it to end. But
but it looks as though Ivan, because it was taken on the yellow, it looks as though he's managed to get back up there. Because that pass was taken over in the yellow, it looks as though Nesmax has had to give that position back.
Well, that's going to be an interesting call at the end of the race.
And it is lap 28. It is the last lap. I want to push up a little bit just to see where the winner of this race will be and make
Not
sure
just
that there's no
yet.
issues.
I think he's got 1 lap to go. He's going around the final bend now. He's going to go over the start-finish line, and he's going to start lap 29 of 29.
So let's pop back down.
Needs about 36 seconds. It's been his race.
There we go. Nesmax now in between these guys. That is Stratum Ivan and also DeWitt. And they are pushing it at the moment.
Going to see where your leader is.
He's almost.
Keep an eye on the leader.
There we go. Just to go back. It looks as though somebody's come off in sector 2. Wes is coming through. Weza is in second place. Looking to finish this race on the podium. Here comes the Munna. Oof, a bit of harsh braking there, but
goes around the penultimate corner,
and
around the final corner, over the start-finish line.
There we go.
He's going to win
He wins
the opening round in Australia.
Absolutely. Let's go back to Weza. Weza's
And
also.
he showed domination today.
Absolutely domination on this season 3 of the South African Academy Online Racing. Well done there. Ivan's coming. He's still there, but it looks like Nesmax is trying to get through, trying to push through. Same as DeWitt. They're looking for that opportunity to come through. It looks as though it's going to be the final corner coming up for Wesa as well to take second.
Around the final corner.
There we go.
Wesa says, there we go.
He's taken that. Let's go to Stratum Ivan coming through for third spot on the podium. And then it is. Oh, look at that. Look what has happened there. The race has been, third place has been given to DeWitt at the moment. So obviously some penalties given, and which puts Ivan into fourth. So it seems as though there has been some adjustments made, and it looks as though that has
there's your podium.
There's the podium. Up and away.
Takes the victory from TND Weza. TNBDW got his podium at the end of the day.
So well done to all involved.
Great start for Williams.
Fantastic to watch. Well done, guys. And for those of you who have been watching, thank you for your support. We appreciate it. And yeah, it's fantastic to have had you on board with us this evening. It was a pleasure from our side to bring you the racing. To all of those who finished, it was an extremely difficult race and very nicely done by the teams that were involved.
Nicely done. Well, there we have it. Your classifications, obviously Munna, followed by TNB Weza, TNBDW. Then in fourth place, Stratum. Nismax fifth, Sackman in sixth, Dylan seventh, he brought it home. The rookie, Thomas in eighth, and then classified in ninth, you've got Gavin Staffy in 10th. And then Devon and Blitz and P both DNFing outside of the top 10.
And then just
that's been Australia.
That has been Australia. Just to take you through some of the incidences there, obviously collision with Nesmax by Dylan, and then obviously some collisions taking place there as well. It was a little bit short. I couldn't get through everything, but just to give you an understanding of what was going on, well done to everybody that raced this evening. To those that have been streaming in, it was fantastic to have you on board with us. And we will take you to the next race for next week. That is China. So join us. Don't be afraid to watch out for the stream and join us on the South African Academy Online Racing. It's been a pleasure bringing it. Any last words there, Jay?
I think I'm done, but I'll be back next week, and I'll be in better shape.
Fantastic. Thanks for
But
joining us.
it was a good race to watch. Enjoyed it, and yeah, looking forward to next week. Can only be more exciting with more cars on the grid. I know there were quite a
Absolutely.
few absentees today. Yeah, hopefully if we get a full grid next week, it's going to be an interesting one.
Absolutely.
But that's it. I'm going to say my goodbye.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thanks again.